I mean, I think like like I share that kind of like two kind of like or like where it's like other people like talking about it, and I think like more directly for me is like like my mom has cancer right now,
Yeah.
and my brother, who's the doctor, when she was diagnosed, he said, like the thing to pay attention to is he's like we want to pay attention to the frequency that like other seemingly like unrelated emergencies start to happen. And so it's like a few months later, she had a stroke. Now she's been in this past like week, she's been to the emergency room 3 times, had to
Yeah.
go like, so it's like, yeah, the emergencies are getting closer and closer together. And he's like, that's what you pay attention to.
Yeah.
And it's so, and
Yeah. Keep going. I'm listening.
yeah, anyways, it's a weird feeling. I think of like my mom's like influence on my life, and like I've always said like I compare it to like kind of standing on the shore of an ocean, and you can't see like the end of it, because my mom was like always like my mom was always there, and so it's like my psychology was heavily created in interacting with her psychology because she was the main person that was there. I mean, my dad was there as well, but it was like, I mean, obviously he was like at work, he was gone, like, because he was in the military, like for training things a lot when we were growing up, like particularly when I was young, less so like later on, is he like got higher ranked. But so my psychology was heavily influenced by her. And so like when you feel like the end is near for this person whose influence is like the size of the ocean,
Yeah.
like it's a really like it's a weird feeling because it's almost like as I see her, and she was like always like very like she's always just like she's so strong, like always has been, like I remember like last year I was doing this race up in the Tushers, like near Beaver where they live. And I was coming into this aid station and I was there a little bit earlier than they were expecting. My mom has like cancer and she's like running up this road to me like with this bucket full of like watermelon, like because it was just like, even though it's like I haven't lived at home in a very like long time, but it's just like her like desire to take care of me,
Yeah.
was like still there. And it's like I remember talking to the race director like afterwards because they were there like when I finished, and and I know him because he's like a local guy here, and so we've like run races together and stuff. And I was just like, dude, you see, like that's my mom over there. She's like the toughest person on this whole mountain. There's a lot of people out there doing tough stuff, but I'm like, dude, she's like, she's battling cancer and she's like out here, like supporting her
Just
kids
bringing
and
you
stuff.
watermelon in a bucket.
Yeah, I know, like running, like with a, you know, she got no business doing that, but she couldn't help herself.
Yeah.
And so it's like, I mean, I think about that one, like that's probably the one that's like the biggest, is like your parents are like so critical and pivotal in your life, and then it's like it it's being like, obviously we don't know like when she's gonna go, but like I think we all have the sense that it's not a long time.
Yeah. Well, it's like we're aware of it, but all of a sudden you go, oh, like I need to. This is present now. It's present.